Hi everybody. Let me introducing a Centurion company based in India. The name is Piramal. And today we are talking with the CEO, Global Pharma at Piramal Group, Peter DeYoung. Hello.
Hello, it's nice to meet you, and I hope you are doing well and keeping safe in these difficult times.
Yes, we are doing all our best. Let me ask you something about the Piramal Pharma Solutions, the CDMO company. As unfortunately, DCAT has been cancelled. So what were you presenting at DCAT? So can you tell me something about your business division and what you are thinking in presenting at DCAT?
Absolutely, and it's unfortunate we couldn't do it in person, but we'll do it now over the video chat. So Piramal Pharma Solutions is a contract development and manufacturing organization that provides end-to-end solutions across the drug lifecycle through a globally integrated network of facilities across North America, Europe, and India. We offer a comprehensive range of services ranging from discovery to process pharmaceutical development services, clinical trial supplies, as well as commercial supplies of API and formulations. We have a number of specialized niche areas that we're quite excited about in the area of high potent API, in the area of antibody drug conjugation, also sterile fill finish, and finally in hormones. And we find that many of our customers find those niche areas particularly compelling to work with us. Our facilities have been inspected by all the major regulators, such as the US, Canada, Europe, and so forth, Japan, so forth, so on. And we have an excellent quality track record, which our customers find to be trust, helps them with the trust they need to trust their programs with us over many years. In addition, finally, I wanted to say that we have a successful focus on customers and customer centricity, which we'll probably talk about later in our discussion.
Okay, great, thank you. And I was surfing your website before, and I found the Piramal philosophy, doing well and doing good. So can you tell me in particular some example of this motto? So what is in reality? So the motto, doing well and doing good, what's the meaning?
So first of all, we're happy you found our website. It means that we're learning other ways to connect with people during these changing times. So that's great news. And I think before we get into the example, I want to give a little bit of context on why we even have this as our motto and what it means for us. I think the first thing is that we find that unless you aim high, you can't achieve better things. And so whenever you put a motto like that up and say this is what you want to achieve, it does set a higher standard. And we hope that we can live up to that standard more than we don't. And we use that to try and guide the actions of everyone in our company, whether it be at my level down to a shop floor worker, that we can try and accomplish this. And while you mentioned doing well and doing good, which essentially means that we should do what we do well, as in we should do it effectively and efficiently, and what we do should really make a difference for people. And if you were to look at our overall approach in what we do in Pharma Solutions, if I were to think about why we come to work every day, it's really about patient centricity. And this is something that we have initiated in the last year. And what we realize is that if we all understand why we come to work every day, and the reason why we come to work every day is that we make medicines that are used by patients to sustain or otherwise improve or save lives. And what we've done is we've actually partnered with our customers, and we've invited them to come to speak with us, to come to our factories and speak with our workers and share patient stories with our workers on a recurring basis so that they can understand what we do, how it affects real patients, and how ultimately, whether they make an API or a formulation, whether they're doing development or commercial manufacturing, they can connect the dots and figure out what they do and how it actually makes a patient's life better. And we found that along with those visits, we can also create patient advocacy councils at the site where people think about this on a more regular basis. And we actually have a chief patient centricity officer who's on my leadership team. And this individual's role includes really advocating for the patient and ultimately the customer. And we found that this whole orientation allows us to represent in theory and in practice how we can do well and do good. Because ultimately, if you have the patient in mind, a lot of decisions become a lot simpler. And it actually cuts through a lot of the clutter. And we find that if we do this well, we also are able to achieve good financial results also, because if you're solving the patient problem, you're solving the customer problem. If you're solving the customer problem, you're going to ultimately succeed financially in our perspective. And it may dovetail a little bit into what you may want to discuss next, but this was really put to the test over the last few weeks and months. And we had some very difficult challenges to deal with in terms of urgent requirements to get products to our customers so that they could meet very time-sensitive patient needs. And we had challenges with our workers in terms of their safety and figuring out how they could do their job every day and maintain safety for themselves and their families. And what we found is that because we had done all of this work over the prior months and years on customer centricity and patient centricity, when we had these difficult conversations to say about how do we make sure you're safe, but also how do we make sure we do what we need for the patients, many of our employees really did the right thing in all senses. And we are truly blessed with what we have in terms of a workforce and how they see their mission and what they see the objectives of what they're doing and how it makes a difference for patients where they live, whether it be their home city, their home state, their home country, or patients in other locations. And we really saw our employees going across the board, doing truly amazing things, ordinary people doing amazing things to really try and do what's needed for global health. And so I think if I were to pick an example, I think this last few weeks, these last few months have really shown nicely how we have truly blessed with the workforce we have at all levels and knowing what they need to do and why they need to do it, but also obviously maintaining their safety, which is really important to us. Well, thank you.
Thank you. So Peter, we stay in touch and we see you soon. I hope at CPHI Milano, if you're coming.
Look forward to seeing you then. I hope that we can accomplish that in person and wish you and your family good health and safety.
Say hello to all your team. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.